Okay kids, I'm going to show you how to cut a mat for your artwork. First thing you need to do is measure your artwork so that you know how big to cut your opening of your frame. And Jasmine here has measured her artwork and she's come up with it is 11 1/4 by 6 1/4. What you need to do then is subtract no more than 1/4 inch or no more than 1/2 inch. And that's because your artwork's going to be bigger than your frame opening because you don't want the artwork to fall through. So she decided to go with 1/4 inch because she didn't want to lose as much as possible from her work. So she's done that here, and she subtracted 1/4 inch from each side, and she has now 11 by 6, subtracting 1/4 inch from each side. Then you need to decide how big do you want to make your frame. She's decided to make her frame 1 inch. This example frame is 1/2 inch. So because this is 1/2 inch, you're going to want a frame on this, 1/2 inch here and 1/2 inch here. So we need to double that, making it 1 inch. Like it says in the document. This is why it says double your desired width of your frame size. She wants 1 inch, so she's going to double that to 2, so she can have 1 inch on each side, making her frame size a total, the exterior, a total of 13 by 8. 2 inches on 11 is 13, 2 inches plus 6 is 8. What you will do then is find a frame that's big enough for you to do that. You turn the color side down. You do all your work and writing and drawing of lines on the back side of your mat frame. And what we need to do now is we need to measure 13 by 8. So it's really easy. The machine does a lot of it, but you need to just line your ruler up. Remember with 0, go over to 13 and make a mark. And then I'm going to go from the other side, line it up to find, what did we say? 8. And that's why we write it down. It's easy. And you can mark this up all you want. You're going to be cutting this. So I just make 2 little marks. That's it. Because the frame over here has a side. So what you do is you lift this up, and you're going to actually have to remove this slide bar by don't unscrew these a lot, just 1, 2 screws, and it should slide off, and you set it right there. Then what you do is you stick your frame in the measurement on the right side. So you have 2 cutters here. The right side goes straight and it also clicks down. And the left side cuts the opening. It goes at an angle. So you'll be using the right side to cut the frame to size. So I'm going to notice here how I hold the lift bar up while I slide. Now I got it right on my measurement. I want to make sure it's touching here, both sides. I make sure it's not crooked like that or like that. It's flush. And then once you do that, you come over here and you actually just push this down and it clicks, and then you just pull it towards you and voila. Now don't forget to do this. Pull that little tab so it pops back up. If you don't, you're going to maybe cut yourself or you'll put a damage in your block. So I got one of mine cut. Now I just need to cut the other side. I'm going to measure it up. I like to slide this up first, just in case I forgot. Line it up, make sure I'm flush with my mark, and then push it down and click. Now I have it to size. Really nice, huh? I don't know. I'm making a video. And so then you'll see, you can do a little test. You'll be like, yeah, that looks like about what I want. Now we need to cut this opening. So how do you do that? There is this wonderful thing that we just took off. Come around here. Jasmine, how big did you want your frame? 1 inch. So look right here. There are all the inches for you. You need to slide this scale bar back in here. It kind of just like pops back in. So just kind of wiggle it to get back in. There you go. And it should stay flush. Notice how there is 2 inches, 1 inches. So she wants it to be 1 inch. So I'm going to line this bar up right with the red mark. The reds are the inch mark. Right there. Tighten it. Very caution. Do not over tighten. You might damage it. Then simply take your work, set it on here, hold it down, draw the line. Turn it, set it against there, draw the line. Turn it, set it on there, draw the line. Turn it, set it on there, draw the line. Now notice how I drew my line way beyond. You want to do this, as you'll see in the next thing. So again, before you cut, always double check. So if you've done it correctly, you shouldn't see the corners. All right, and it looks like she's good. See how I can't see the corner here? I can't see the corners that were created, the little crisscrosses. If you can, like that, if it was like this, that's bad. That means that will show through and your measurements were wrong. And you need to go back to the drawing board. You haven't ruined anything yet. Now, to cut the opening, you need this thing, a scrap strip of paper. You'll see it around. See how it's got all these cuts on it? This is called a slip sheet. The slip sheet prevents the knife in here from waving. I don't know why it waves, but it does. Apparently it flexes and bends. So you've left it at 1. Now I set it back on there with a slip sheet. Now come around here, Jasmine. I want you guys to see something really carefully. Making sure, oh, this is where you mess up your stuff. Making sure you pulled your pin. So this is up because you want to do that. But look right here. Do you see these green and red arrows? What you do is you put the green arrow on the line. See, this is also why you draw the line. Hang on a sec. See, that's why you draw the line longer. Go all the way. So, because when you put this on top and you push this up at flush, you want that green arrow to start right there. And you push it down. And sometimes I hold my finger here to help me. And then you pull to the line down here on the red arrow. So I'm going to pull, pull, pull. If you pull all the way, you've ruined it. I'm going to pull just to that line on the red arrow. Pick it up. And if you did it correctly, you should be able to push through. See how I can see there's a little opening on that? See how I can see that? Now turn it and do that 3 more times. I'm going to go a little faster this time because I did it slow that first time. Green. Pull, 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 pull. Slowly go to the red. Stop. Double check, because sometimes it doesn't cut all the way through. So you do want to check. 2 more to go. Green to the red. Stop. I've had people do this 3 times, and then on this last one they don't pay attention and they cut all the way through and your whole frame is ruined. I will show you a couple of those examples. Here's the green. Going, pulling, pulling, pulling. To the red. Stop. And now it should pop out. That was the 4th one. Boop! Yay! And it pops out nicely. Then you will see here, here's her work. And you would just set your frame right on. Beautiful little piece of artwork. Now, the tip to do this is, stay there, take some masking tape. Let me show you something. What happens if you don't stop on red? See? You'll cut your opening and then you can't make a frame with that. So the best way to do this now is take your tape, take your frame, put a piece of tape on the back like this, just for that first piece of tape, and then now you can see it where it is, and you can set it, press it there, and then turn it over gently, and then now tape the whole thing. And you've made a frame for your artwork. The end.